Hi everybody, we're here from Van Isle Labradoodles today, and we're introducing you to one of our new litters. This is the chocolate truffle party litter, and these puppies are 1 week old. Today we're going to introduce you to each of the puppies, give you some information about them, their birth weights, their gender, their color, and their pattern, and we're also going to tell you a little bit about the litter as a whole. So starting with the litter as a whole, this is a big litter. These are all medium Australian Labradoodle puppies, and there are 10 of them. So 10 is a big litter. Breezy's the mom of this litter, and we don't have her in with the puppies right now as she's enjoying a well-deserved break from them, and she's out having a nice fresh bone. And also it gets a little too crowded with 10 good-sized puppies and Breezy all in the bed. But you can see the puppies are all perfectly content without her. They're not squawking or whining. They're all very well fed. And for one mama to look after 10 hungry mouths is really quite an accomplishment. And Breezy does it like a breeze, just like her name. Nothing flaps her or causes her any consternation. So she's just fine. She has 10 babies and she's well accustomed to handling a large litter. Her last litter was 11 puppies. So this will be her final litter. We will retire her. 21 puppies for one girl is more than enough to ask. So she is going to enjoy a well-deserved retirement after she has these puppies weaned in, probably another 4 or 5 weeks or so. So Breezy's doing well. She recovered very easily from the delivery. They were all delivered without any fuss or muss or help from us. She did everything without any problem whatsoever. And as I said, she's totally calm about having 10 babies, and she's already enjoying going outside, having some runs. She's been chasing the ball a little tiny bit and just really very happy with her new family. So let's introduce you to each of the puppies. They all have an ID collar on, which is a different color, and that's so that we are able to identify them easily, and also so in the pictures you know who's who. And you can see light blue collar here is being a typical Labradoodle and totally flopped upside down, having a good nap, and brown collar is half upside down there. That is the Labradoodle trait. So we're going to start with brown collar here, and this puppy is a male puppy, and he is a chocolate parti. Now a parti is 2 colors, and you can see obviously he is 50% white and 50% or a little bit less of the chocolate. And he has really beautiful markings for a parti. He has quite a lot of color on his back. He has this really pretty teardrop on his head. And over here, he has one of my favorite characteristics of a parti puppy, and that is that his ear is half brown and half white. I just think that's adorable. So this little guy was 354 grams when he was born, and now he weighs 614 grams. So you can tell in a week he has done just phenomenally with his weight gain. So this is a handsome, handsome fellow who's going to be a very nice medium Labradoodle size. So that's our brown collar boy. Next we're going to check out red collar, and that is this little girl right here. Hey, sweetie. Now, if you don't know, puppies are born not only blind, but deaf. So I talk to them, but of course they can't hear anything I'm saying. However, they do get the benefit of the vibration in my chest. So we hold them up to our chest throughout the day multiple times. We talk, we let them feel those vibrations, and we also put them up into our necks and let them smell us, so that they become familiar with our scent and always associate good things with humans. So red collar girl, this is a chocolate phantom. And a phantom is either black or brown, and we have one of each in this litter. We're very fortunate. And the tan points, which you'll see on her legs, across her chest, and on the side of her face and above her eyebrows, as well as underneath her tail and on her bum there, those are the points, and that's what makes a Labradoodle a phantom. So Phantom is a very pretty little marking. We like them. And you can see she also has an adorable little white goatee showing through there and a tiny bit of white on her chest. So she may actually be a tri, which is a puppy that has 3 colors. So Red Collar Girl was 326 grams when she was born, and now she weighs 500 grams. So she also is doing a great job. And you can see there's quite a bit of difference in the weights in this litter. This is the second smallest puppy. The 2 Phantoms are the smallest, and the largest puppy is going to be Purple Collar Boy, who we'll look at in just a minute. And that is who we're going to see next. And Purple Collar Boy has already lost his collar. It just wasn't sticking on very well, so we've just left it off because we know which one he is. Oh, so it's a big yawn from my baby boy. So Purple Collar is, as I said, a boy, and he is another chocolate and white party. And you'll see he has quite a bit more of the chocolate around his head. Both of his ears are solid, and then he has these pretty markings down the back of his body and on his tail. So this handsome little fellow, he was 383 grams when he was first born, and now he is up to 662 grams. So that is a really good size at 1 week, and he is our biggest puppy at this point in the litter. And just because a puppy is the smallest or the largest right now, that doesn't necessarily mean that will hold true for the entire length of time that we have them with us. Now we're going to take a look at Yellow Collar. Hello, sweetheart. Yellow Collar is a female, and she is one of the chocolates, and she has abstract markings, and those are these little dabs of white that you see. So she has this white on her chest, and then she has these adorable little white dipped toes in the back there. She says, I don't really like you holding me like that. Okay. And she has a tiny little bit of a goatee. And the goatees that you see here are all courtesy of one of our girls who is their paternal grandmother, Bijou. Bijou's puppies and her grandchildren all seem to carry this tendency for the white goatee, and we think it's just adorable. So Yellow Collar, she weighed 350 grams when she was born, and now she is 619 grams. So she too is doing really well in the weight gain department. There you go, pretty. Next we'll look at Orange Collar, who's right beside where I put Yellow. And you can see that there's a difference in the color on these two. Yellow is a lighter brown than Orange Collar. And you'll see red is also quite dark, and over here Blue Collar is sort of in between them, and as is black. So there is always a variation in the different colors. And that is caused by either intensification or a weakening of the pigment. So, hello, sweetheart. Orange Collar is a male, and he is a chocolate. And you can see he has the famous Bijou Grandma little goatee. And that, I believe, is all of the white that this little fellow has on him. It is. Otherwise, he is completely solid and a lovely dark chocolate color. He's a very handsome doodle. And you can see he has some of those beautiful Labradoodle highlights that we're always talking about. Little tiny bits of caramel that are coming through on his head here. He's handsome. So Mr. Orange Collar was 307 grams when he was born, and now he's up to 586 grams. And we'll just use orange to just demonstrate one part of the Labradoodle breed standard. And if you look at the side of his head here, you'll see he has a nice short nose, and he has a very nice strong stop. This is his stop here. And you'll also see that his ears are nice and high on his head. And he has what we call a blocky head. So somewhat similar to what a lab's head looks like, but a little bit more square. And that is the type of head that we're always looking for in Labradoodles. That is the breed standard that is established by the Worldwide Australian Labradoodle Association. So that's our little orange collar angel. Oh my goodness, you can see now yellow collar is also upside down. You can see her little white markings a bit more now, and she also is showing you her little dabs of white on her hind feet. And she even has a couple of smidges of white here on the underneath of her front paws. Really quite adorable. So there we go with orange, and next we're going to take a peek at green collar. So green collar is also upside down here. And we'll just disturb Miss Green from her sleep, or Mr. Green rather. Mr. Green is, just double check, yes, a boy. And now Green is our first puppy with black. And this is a black and white party. And you can see the difference here on his nose, which is coming in black. And if he gives us a yawn, you'll also see that his lips are already going to be showing you some black as they change from the pink color of birth. Hello, sweetheart. And he too has that beautiful teardrop marking on the top of his head. And then he has this pretty white body and then a couple of beautiful little black splashes at the back. So this is kind of a splash of black on a white background. And green collar boy was 317 grams when he was born, and now he's 542. So again, he's doing really well. It's just great to see the consistency in the weight gain. It means everybody's getting an equal opportunity at the milk bar, and that Breezy is managing that with complete ease, and nobody's being left out. Now the next puppy we're going to look at here is blue collar. My goodness, we got a whole lot of upside down babies here. It's a good opportunity to take a look at this puppy here, silver collar. And she is our tri-phantom and in black. So you can see she is black with the tan points, and you can really get a good look at her white on her chest there. So she actually is almost a mirror image of Bijou, who is the sire of this litter. We'll get to her in a minute. We'll go back now to blue collar. Oh yeah, a little bit of a protest there. And blue collar is another one of the chocolate puppies. And again, with that adorable little goatee there. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your yawn. How rude. And he has a little bit of the white dipped toes there in the back and some underneath again. So he's very similarly marked to the other puppy. So again, you can see in blue collar that really nice short nose and the high ear set. And blue collar, he was 356 when he was born, and now he's 559 grams. Just doing fabulously. There we go, Mr. Blue. We put you back where you came from over here, I think, actually. So you're not squishing anybody. And now we're going to take a look at silver collar girl, who I was just talking about. This little upside down beauty here. There we go, baby girl. So this is our other phantom in the litter and the smallest puppy in the litter. And she has the tan markings, as you can see, on her front legs, on the side of her head, her chest, and it's also on her bum and under her tail. And then on top of that, she has these little 4 white dipped toes, which are so cute, and then the lovely white chest markings as well. This is going to be a really gorgeous little puppy girl when she grows up. And she has, of course, a really nice goatee. Thank you to Bijou again. And she has the little phantom markings that are up above her eyebrow. Now Silver, she was just 216 grams when she was born, and she is the last puppy that was born. So it's not unusual for the last one to be the smallest puppy. That generally means they were far up in the uterine horn, and so that's why their last born takes a while for them to come down into the birth canal. And the farther up the uterine horn, it means sometimes you don't get quite as many groceries when you're in utero. So that's why they end up being a bit tinier. But she is up to 447 grams already. So that's a great gain. She's doing really well, but she's definitely going to mature to a smaller Labradoodle puppy than, say, brown collar, who's the biggest one in the litter. So the brown collar is 614 grams. She's 447 grams. So there's a substantial difference in size there. But the gain is what's important, and she's doing very well with her gaining. Now we're going to take a look at this little beauty over here, who is light blue collar. And light blue collar is absolutely gleaming. She is so shiny, which gives you another indication of the overall health of these puppies. And she is a beautiful ebony girl. Just a stunning puppy. Such a pretty girl. And then that little white goatee, well, that really stands out when you've got this gorgeous ebony coat. And there's the little bit of splash of white on the chest. Oh, she's a little bit of a mover and a shaker, this one. So light blue was 306 grams when she was born, and now she's 553. And again, she is a really good example of that beautiful head with the high set ears, nice stop, and a really stubby nose. There we go, my little sweetheart. And last but not least is black collar. And here he is, upside down, big surprise. And black collar is another one of the chocolates. And he has quite a lot of the white abstract marks on him. And he too, oh, he's got some dust on him there. He too has some beautiful goatee going on here. Quite a substantial goatee, a good amount of white on his chest. And then again, he has some on those little dip toes in the back there. So black collar boy, he was 308 grams when he was born, and now he's 590 grams. And once again, he too has that lovely head. All the puppies in this litter really have gorgeous conformation and beautiful heads according to the breed standard. So we're really, really pleased with how this litter has turned out, how they're developing, and we're really impressed more than anything with just how calm and content they are, given that there are 10 of them. Usually in larger litters, you would expect to hear quite a bit of racket going on and a lot more competition for everything. So we're really happy to have that going on. It makes our job easier, and it's always better when you have a happy puppy. So that's the litter, and that's the update for this week. Breezy, as I said, is doing just great. She is enjoying her raw food diet. We really do find that having our moms on raw food all the time means our puppies are more robust when they're born, they're healthier overall, and they tend to gain weight better. So it seems to make a significant difference. So we're really pleased that we moved to feeding 100% raw diet. Now, having said that, there are times right now when Breezy says, no thank you, I want to eat kibble. If she wants kibble, we'll give it to her because it's important she has all the calories and the nutrition she needs and that she isn't refusing to eat. We will cook for her, we give her the raw, and if she wants kibble, that's fine. We pretty much let the moms tell us what they want to do and what they're comfortable with. I'm a great believer that my body tells me what it needs, and I'm pretty sure that hers tells her the same thing. So every now and then she's having a meal of nutrients, puppy food, which is no grain food, and it is seeming to make her happy from time to time, so that's perfectly fine. We give her the option. And of course, she's enjoying fresh bones on a regular basis, and she does have freeze-dried liver treats, which she's absolutely crazy about. And we also give her dehydrated raw. She'll eat that from time to time. Sometimes she really enjoys it. Sometimes she says no thanks. But we do whatever is best for her, whatever she wants, and whatever works well for the puppies. And so far we've got all these beautiful shiny coats, great weight gain, so I think everything is going as well as it possibly can. So that's the puppies from the chocolate truffle party litter. Because we have 10 puppies, we actually do have a spot available in this litter. We take reservations for 6 puppies, but with 10, we had some extra spots. So we've filled most of them, but we do still have one available. So if you're interested, we'll put a link to our application form below this video if you'd like to fill that out and have us consider your application for the opening. And thanks so much for watching the video. We hope you give us a thumbs up and that you enjoyed it. And please ask any questions that you wish in the comments below. I'm always happy to answer things about Labradoodles, my favorite subject.